to arrive at the first two results of product and sum of difference. So the first two results of product to sum and difference. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add and subtract the last two. So again, these two identities, they come from the compound angle formula from before. We know that cosine of A plus or minus B is equals to cosine A cosine B minus plus sine A sine B. Okay, again, this breaks up into two identities, one for plus, and going to minus, and one for minus going to plus. Hence why plus minus and minus plus over here. All right, now let's try and add and subtract them. Okay, first let's try and subtract them. If we subtract the first one, cosine of A minus plus B, okay, we subtract the last one, which is this, from the fourth one from the third one, okay, which is equals to the right hand side of the third identity. Take away the right hand side of the fourth identity. What you're going to see is that you're going to realize that, hey, over here cosine A cosine B and cosine A cosine B is going to cancel out. So this is going to give me -2 sine A sine B, which means that if I rearrange it, I'm going to get sine A sine B is -half of cosine A plus B minus cosine of A minus B, which is the same as half of cosine A minus B, take away cosine of A plus B. Okay, so that's sine A sine B right over here. That is the same as the second one on your formula sheet, sine A sine B equals to half of cosine A minus B, take away cosine B plus cosine A plus B, which is this one. Okay, similarly, if I add the last two together, so this time instead of subtracting 3 and 4, we're going to add them. If we add them, cosine A plus B plus cosine of A minus B, you're going to get cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B plus cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. Okay, and over here you will see what cancels out to the sine A sine B part, leaving you with just 2 cosine A cosine B. Okay, so if I rearrange it, I'm going to get cosine A cosine B is equals to half of cosine A plus B plus cosine of A minus B. Okay, in your reference sheet, they rearranged it and rewritten it as this, cosine of A minus B plus cosine of A plus B. Okay, which is the same thing. And that is the last one of the product to sum and difference formulas on your identities on your formula sheet. Okay, so that's this one, the first one you're going to come across. Cosine A cosine B equals to half of cosine A minus B plus cosine of A plus B.